Well folks, it's about that time of year again, and while the average individual may be making a Christmas wish list, over here at Arcade Cloud, we are wisely spending our time on more important matters, like what minor changes are going to be made in a free-to-play online game next year. Yeah, this game may take up just a little bit of our time. But anyway, in all seriousness, we are drawing closer to the end of 2018, and we need to look ahead of what we could and should expect from Fortnite in 2019. The changes that we will be going over today is really anything, from maybe map changes to weapon buffs or additions. Keep in mind, this discussion will not limit itself to just additions, as you may find yourself sad to see what we think is next to be yanked from the game. Also want to touch on that many of the ideas used in this video are from the awesome minds of others, so go check them out. All will be credited, so they shouldn't be too hard to find. Now with that said and done, let's get into what Fortnite Battle Royale could look like in 2019. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and press that bell notification button below to stay up to date with all of our awesome gaming content. Also, we are especially interested to hear what you all have to say about this subject, so don't forget to leave a comment down below on what you think Fortnite will look like in 2019. For this video, it's going to start big and get smaller, so let's first theorize about what is going on with the map. The map has actually gone under quite a few drastic changes. The largest being the creations of Dusty Divot, Paradise Palms, and Leaky Lake. I think the next coolest change that Epic could consider making would be another sort of biome change as we saw with the addition of Paradise Palms, and the removal of Moisty Mire. Moisty Mire was this boggy swamp with terrible loot that took up the majority of the map's southeast. But when Season 5 came, the entire area was revamped into the desert biome that we know today, complete with great loot from Paradise Palms, and what I think is one of the most underrated loot spots in the game, the little point of interest, Western Town. This change to the map ended up proving to be really beneficial for the game, as now players are consistently going to that area of the map. So maybe it is time another area of the map gets the same treatment. I think the most appropriate area to get a change would be out west where Snobby Shores is. I think a great change would be to make this area into a wintry snow biome, as it does have mountains, and on top of one of the mountains we even have a snowy Viking point of interest. So why not blend it in with the whole area and make Snobby into something better? Adding a named location that's themed around snow, ranging from maybe some Eskimo huts to an industrial city. Either way, it will get more people to go to that part of the map and also add in some diversity, not just green plains everywhere. As we get smaller with map changes, it's time to think about what we already have and what's coming our way. I would be astonished if Season 7 came and there were 0 named location changes in the whole thing. So now we just have to guess what will change. And before I go further, no, Epic will never remove Tilted Towers, so can we please stop making theory videos about its demise? I feel like every season I can't open an app without getting spammed with theories about how Tilted Towers is finally done for. Moving on. As for what I think is getting boot come 2019, I'm gonna say that Wailing Woods is on its last legs in Fortnite. Sure, it has the bunker, but Epic has yet to actually do anything with it. So my guess is that A, something sprouts out of the bunker and takes over Wailing Woods, like in the theory Reddit user what_is_moisty posted for Season 6. B, a new location takes over and the bunker remains untouched under the new location. Or C, a new location is put in and everything that was there is removed, including the bunker. If we are being honest here, any of these are as likely as the other to me. It more just comes down to that Wailing Woods needs a change. It hasn't really been majorly touched in any patches, and it still just has yet to serve a purpose in the game, so why would Epic not add something interesting or innovative in its place? I mean, it isn't like a vast majority of players have super strong ties to Wailing Woods or anything. Anyway, next location that is probably getting a change is going to be Greasy Grove. Now, while I do not think that Greasy would be completely taken out, we can tell from looking around that the Durr Burger has been shut down and abandoned, while a new pizza truck takes the main spotlight. Epic is clearly doing this for a reason, we just have yet to know why. Maybe the whole town is just getting a little remodeling? This is most definitely a location that players would be much more upset about if it was removed. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see what the developers decide to do with it. Also, just wanted to throw this in there before we move off of map changes. If you watched our video on the 7 vehicles that would change Fortnite, on that list there was an idea for a train that acted as a point of interest that moved across the map. and you guys really seem to like that, so I'm just putting it out there that it could be something really cool to have in the game in the coming year. As the topic gradually shrinks, we now move on to what is going to happen with the weapons and items in the game. Let's start with some pros and what could be added into the game, because we know that Epic is obviously going to add some new toys for us to play with. In terms of actual guns, I think the roster that we have right now is pretty set, with almost every type of weapon imaginable, so I believe that the next weapon added is going to be more of a Fortnite signature. We need a weapon that would spice things up, so I think a real game changer could be like a ray gun that could shoot through materials. Not like something that just incinerates them, but can get shots through so that players would lose a bit of the crutch that they have from building. Is this controversial? Yeah, extremely. But will it change how the game is played? Even more so. The ray gun would obviously be extremely rare, so it's not like you'd be running into this thing every 4 seconds. But still, it would really encourage layering builds and not sitting idle in a 1x1. Next addition I think is coming is the return of bounce pads. And that's just because they were pretty well received. And no one really knows why they were taken out, and I want them back. They were so fun. Epic, why'd you do this? Why, Epic, why'd you do this to me? The chillers suck and do nothing. Bounce pads at least had some use in the game. Now it's sad time, where I have to tell you what's probably leaving, and let's start it out with the suppressed pistol. This one actually makes me really sad because everyone hates on this thing, but it is my favorite weapon and super underrated. I know that's not a popular opinion, but this thing shreds in the right hands. Anyway, it doesn't have a ton of purpose, and most people don't really like it, and with an ever-growing weapon pool, its chances of staying in are not too great. Other candidates to get removed are the hand cannon and minigun, both along the same lines of struggling to remain relevant and useful, which sucks because I love the hand cannon. As for items, if the chiller is not removed in the next year, Epic is doing something really wrong because, as previously stated, it's garbage. Well, that is what we over here at Arcade Cloud predict what Fortnite Battle Royale will look like in 2019. Will we be 100% right on what was said? Well, probably not, but it's fun to theorize and make guesses on what we think is going to happen. As always, if you enjoyed today's discussion, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more gaming-related content. Thanks, and see you on the next one.